Barcelona, once the most feared club in the world. Now, they're drowning in debt, selling off TV rights, and clinging to the past. Yes, they won La Liga in 2025, but behind that title is a club still walking the tightrope. But today, I'm taking over and rebuilding them the right way. Smart, realistic transfers that actually reflect the reality at Barcelona. This is more than just a title defense and a hunt for European glory. It's about building sustainable success and doing it the Barcelona way. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is the default Barcelona squad as we take over at the start of the 25-26 season using live start points. There's no denying it. There is an aging roster in Barcelona and huge financial problems. Is this the year in real life that Barcelona are finally going to get back to a one-to-one situation? From the jump, though, there are some moves I need to make that reflect Barcelona's real life situation. Of course, Joan Garcia joined Barcelona in real life from their crosstown rivals, Espanyol. It would not be a realistic rebuild if I didn't bring this man in. Not going to be able to get the transfer fees for the players in and players out 100% spot on, but it's 25.3 mil. And only days ago, Rooney Bargi joined. The Swede joined from Copenhagen. We need to bring him in. This kid could be anything. I'm excited to see how he goes at Barca. But for me, there is no chance he's starting behind Lamine Yamal. I'm getting him on a loan move straight away. But for our first transfer, it's probably one that some of you are going to be jumping for joy. Some of you may not be too excited. Ter Stegen has an interesting relationship with Barcelona fans, but it is clear he needs to go. Marcus Sado also out of the club. Now, let me explain this. He is one of the great prospects at Barcelona. To only get £9 million and to Augsburg is not necessarily realistic, but we've got to have a compromise. He's rumored with clubs like Chelsea, Leverkusen for about the £30 million mark or £30 million euro mark. FC 25 career mode ain't going to give us that. If we went to Augsburg and tried to get that money, they would laugh us out of the room. So we have to understand there's going to be some compromise on players like this. Quite similarly to how Barcelona's not going to get £35 million for Ter Stegen. I mean, the price tag is like $12 million to Galatasaray for him right now. But it looks almost certain that Marcus Rashford is going to join Barcelona. If you told me this would happen 5-6 years ago, I probably would have believed you. But if you told me this 12 months ago, not a chance. However, just like Barcelona in real life, I don't want to sign him on a permanent deal. I want him as a backup, but I want him on a loan. Let's see if we can make that happen. Yep, I love this game. They won't let me loan Marcus Rashford. Sick. I'm trying to be responsible this year. There has been rumors that Luis Diaz is going to join Barcelona or Bayern Munich. Nico Williams has been the big one for a long time, but I just don't see the point right now in spending all of this money on somebody that isn't going to be our starter. I'm happy with Rafinha on the left and Lamine Yamal on the right. Rashford would have been the perfect backup left midfielder on loan. I'm trying to make sure Barcelona gets out of financial turmoil. I want to spend as little as possible this window and make sure the finances are sorted for the future. So I'm just going to hold off on getting players in for the time being. Focus on getting the guys that need to go, get them out. Ansu Fati heading to Leipzig on loan. I know it's not Monaco, but it's a 12-month loan. We get the loan move, 12 months in Hoffenheim for Rooney Bargi. Another player that has been rumored with a move away from Barcelona, Andreas Christensen heads to Villa Park. And this actually works out brilliantly. Clement Lenglet, he joined Atletico Madrid in real life, but they sold him for free, so we get £10 million profit. So I have stuck to my guns. I want to keep things pretty light, and I want to keep true to what I've seen rumored online if I'm going to be realistic. A lot of Barcelona fans are calling out for a backup left midfielder, a backup right back, and a backup attacking midfielder. Those are going to be my three priorities for the remainder of the window. And at left mid, I have gone for Brian Zaragoza. The Spaniard is going to return to Spain after an unsuccessful time at Bayern Munich. Rumored with Barcelona and officially a Barcelona player. Chelsea have stated they want Nkunku out of the club. Barcelona have showed interest, but Chelsea have said in real life they are only willing to do a permanent deal, not a loan deal. So we're going to take them up on that offer. Christopher Nkunku, another former Leipzig man, perfect man to sit behind his former Leipzig teammate Dani Olmo at the attacking midfield role. A super sub that can help us at attacking midfield, striker, and both wings. Nkunku, a Barca man. Just like real life, Ander Astralaga heads on loan. Alex Valle, we get more. He went to Como for 6 million in real life. We get 7.6 Crystal Palace. And finally, Pablo Torre, a Mallorca man in real life. I just accepted the first offer. We got more than what they got in real life. And finally, at right back, it is a name Barcelona fans have been calling out for as a potential successor down the line. It is Vanderson, a Brazilian signing on from AS Monaco for 20 mil. Now look, maybe the most unrealistic thing I'll do this window, Furman does have a few clubs chasing after him for big bucks, but I would like to keep a hold of him. I'm going to send him on loan to Dortmund and try to develop him there. I'm about to contradict myself, but it's been a busy but overall pretty tame start to life at Barcelona. The starting 11 doesn't change that much. I do want to have Kubasi as the starting centre back this year, try to develop him, and I've got Garcia as my man in between the sticks, but I'm willing to give a lot of these guys an opportunity in the starting 11, and to be totally honest, it's going to come down to performances rather than growth. We have a team that in my opinion can compete for a Champions League title, so it's all about how are you performing on the park. Huge improvements though to our depth. There are some things desired in certain positions, but overall I'm really happy with the direction we're heading. And the good part, we've still got £116 million in our transfer budget. Again, I don't intend on using much of that because I want that money going straight to our debts, straight to making this club sustainable. One thing that would make this realistic though is making sure La Masia is absolutely firing. We've got a 5-star, 4-star, but that's what I'm after. I want a 5-star, 5-star scout from Gibraltar. Of all nations, it is Caleb Ashworth. I'm going to spend 3.4 mil on him. And you guys already know we are going to Spain and we are going to try finding the next youth academy talent. I'm going for 9 months and I'm only accepting the best of the best. La Masia, it is the best youth academy in the world and I want to continue that. I'm making sure I hit every position on the park besides goalkeeper. I'm not sure if we'll get to see any of these youth academy talents come into fruition in this rebuild, but it's the right thing to do. I want us going hard for a Champions League title from the jump though. I would love if this could be a one-season realistic rebuild. Versing Borussia Dortmund in September, away at Arsenal. This is a tough start. Wolfsburg, off to Belgium, and then hosting Tottenham, off to the Netherlands. And to round it up, a trip to Switzerland to take on Young Boys. And we host Molde. Overall, there are some big challenges. Overall though, we need to make sure we're getting top 8. We're too good not to be beating teams like Molde and BSC Young Boys. One of the big storylines coming into this upcoming season though is around the Ballon d'Or. Ousmane Dembele, even Rafinha at Barcelona, so many names thrown up. Who's going to win it in this alternate universe though? The nominees, okay, we have a nominee. It's Haaland, Mbappe, Lewandowski, and Martinez. I'm assuming Lautaro Martinez. Robert Lewandowski though, can he win a Ballon d'Or? Got the bleach blonde hair in real life. It's a vibe, I can't lie. We got the cutscene. Oh my god, it actually is going to be Robert Lewandowski. I did not expect that. Robert Lewandowski has won a Ballon d'Or. I can't take any credit for that, but we have just seen our striker win a Ballon d'Or. I would love if this happened in real life. Robert Lewandowski, one of the greatest strikers of all time, has won a Ballon d'Or in this rebuild. I'm hoping that is an omen for this season. And honestly, I'm hoping it's not the last time we're here. Maybe Lamine Yamal could win it soon. 1st of January though, and things are not ideal in La Liga. Yes, we are in a good spot when it comes to Champions League qualification. 7 points clear of Bilbao, Mallorca, and Girona. But Atletico Madrid are 9 points clear of us. We're scoring goals. Like, we've got 4 more than Betis. Our goals aren't ideal, but it's nothing to be concerned about. I just think we need to start converting those draws into wins. On the flip side, we are undefeated in the Champions League with 2 games to go, sitting just in the top 8. Again, convert those damn draws into wins. Look, I called it out earlier though. After Lewandowski, we really struggle when it comes to backup striker options. So I think I'm going to invest in a young striker that could potentially take over from Lewandowski if he falls off a cliff or retires in the next year or 2. And look, there are a few names on my shortlist, including Santiago Castro, Oscarson, but one of them just stood out head and shoulders above the rest, and that was the Spaniard, Samu. Samu, he's playing at Porto. He's ready for that big move. He is a man mountain, an absolute beast of a striker, 6'4", so young. We've paid the big bucks, bigger than I wanted to spend this year, but I think he is truly the succession plan for us at Barca. What an insane apprenticeship it's going to be for him sitting behind Lewandowski. He is the future of our Barcelona. The draws have cost us though, lads. We are in the playoffs. We have finished 10th. 1 point out of the automatic spots. Our goal difference was sick. We would have clearly, if we got one more point, we would have bumped up to 7th, but instead we're in 10th. And in the playoffs, we're going to be versing a red-hot Marseille team. This team is actually sick, lads, but is it sick enough to get us a Champions League title in Season 1? Off to the Velodrome in the south of France for the first leg against Marseille. Jean Garcia's gone up to an 85, which is brilliant, but Mason Greenwood and Amine Gouiri are going to score for Marseille and cancel out Robert Lewandowski's brace. And now all the pressure is on. We head to Barcelona. We're at home, Marseille. If we go out in the playoffs in this first season with this team, I'm going to be fuming. Barcelona are out on penalties. Are you actually taking the piss? We were behind as well. We were behind. It took our left back to go ahead and get us into extra time. We miss all of our penalties. That is a stinker. And we have bottled it here with Barcelona. Our job would genuinely be on the line. I got to pause it here though. Final day of the season. We have had a great second half of the year. Clearing Madrid, Atletico Madrid that is. Clearing Betis, Bilbao. We are second. And it is our fierce rivals, Real Madrid, at the top of the league right now. If we win and they draw, we might win depending on how many goals. But if we win and they lose, then we will be La Liga champions. If you look to the left of the screen, they face Real Oviedo. We travel to Girona. The odds are not on our side, but I want to see if we can get it done. All we have to do, step one, we just have to win ourselves. Can we beat Girona? Yes, we do. We get 2 goals as well, which if Real Madrid draw, then I think we'll be even, both on points and goal difference. Real Madrid drew! Oh my God. 2-2 for Real Madrid. No, second place. How? We've got the same. Oh, it's probably on goals for maybe. Oh my God. Same goal difference, same points. Oh my God, I've Googled it. And it is on head-to-head results. We drew with them on the 25th of January. And we drew with them on the 27th of September. We didn't lose to Real Madrid in the league this year. But then it comes down to goals for. Head-to-head, then goals for. Real Madrid scored 5 more than us. That is absolutely heartbreaking. What a season, though. What a second half of the season. Espanyol get relegated alongside Alaves and Oviedo. Madrid wins Supercopa. We went out to Bilbao in the semi-finals. Mallorca! Fair play. They win Copa de España. It was a quarter-final exit for us. PSG go back-to-back as Champions League winners. Atalanta win the Europa League. And Lazio win the Conference League. Rafinha with an unbelievable season. Our captain gets himself 28 goals, 15 assists. Maybe it is Ballon d'Or season for him. Honestly, the most impressive thing about this season, though, is Robert Lewandowski not going down in overall. 25 goals, stays at an 88. That is music to my ears. And Lamine Yamal, at 18 years of age, hits 90 overall. This kid is a freak. Also, Christopher Nkunku, super sub of dreams. How's the growth on Garcia, though? Up to an 86 overall. Meanwhile, Wojciech Szczesny goes down to an 83. +3 growth for Astralaga on loan. Keeping Kubasi as the starting centre-back has paid off as well. 19 years of age, 84 overall. Firmin, holy hell, mate. 83 overall. He goes up +5 on his loan at Borussia Dortmund. And Rooney Bargi goes up +3 at his loan on Hoffenheim. Everybody that's gone out on loan this year has had a beautiful year. Ansu Fati +3. No goals though for Samu in the second half of the season. Only 7 appearances off the bench. Him getting, and only 2 of those were in La Liga. 5 of those off the Champions League for Porto. Conflicted, I don't want to stunt his growth. Maybe I'll explore a loan for him next year and see how Lewandowski goes and then maybe bring in another striker that doesn't have such high expectations. I will be letting the contract of Oriol Romeu, though. I'm letting his contract expire. Thank you for your service, mate. Season 1 at Barcelona has been an absolute roller coaster, though. Disappointment in the Champions League, but La Liga was chaos. Let's see what Season 2 has in store. A huge spanner has been thrown in the works as we load into Season number 2. Frankie de Jong, one of my favorite players, has requested to leave Barcelona. And you guys would know if you've seen some of my promoted Premier League realistic rebuilds. When a player wants out in these realistic rebuilds, more than not, I grant his opportunity. I grant his request, and that is what I'm doing with Frankie de Jong. It breaks my heart, but I'm going to listen to offers. And if Frankie de Jong doesn't want to be at the club, I'm going to be giving that opportunity to Pablo Javi. Ferran Torres is among 2 men, though, in the squad that I'm going to sell. They have 12 months remaining on their contracts. They're not going to get their contracts renewed, so we're going to cash in. Ferran Torres heading to Chelsea for 34 mil. And the second, Eric Garcia, also heading to West London, this time with Fulham. If anything happens to Alejandro Balde at the left back role, we are cooked. Absolutely cooked. So for that reason, it is time to bring in a backup left back. Hiring within La Liga, within Spain, it is Sergi Cardona. The Spaniard joins us from the Yellow Submarine, Villarreal, for 28 mil. Also, I have decided I'm going to put Costa on loan. I don't want to stunt his growth while Lewandowski still crushes it. And I want to make sure I have an absolute stud, an absolute killer coming in at the backup striker role. I don't want to get just some dude to come and sit here that's like 77 overall. I want somebody that can win us La Liga on his own. And dude, Artem Dovbyk is a no-brainer. Former La Liga Golden Boot winner. Get him into the club. The Ukrainian's 29 right now, entering the prime of his career. Joins us from Roma for £37.5 million. It's a lot of money, yes, but we have saved 90 million from last year. We're getting ourselves out of financial turmoil. Well, we're already out of the financial turmoil. Now it's about winning a Champions League title. I didn't expect the season to start this way, but you got to be adaptable. There was rumors that he was going to leave Barcelona a few years ago because they quite simply couldn't afford him. Now it is on his own volition, but it is Frankie de Jong heading to Borussia Dortmund. We've also got Ansu Fati heading on loan, and it's just a year too late, but he goes to Monaco finally. Another year, another loan move though for Rooney. He heads to Wolverhampton this time. Marc Bernal, the defensive midfielder, heading to France on loan. And Samu finally getting his career back on track. It was 6 months where I kind of stunted him, I can't lie, but I'm hoping he can step up and get some more growth. Absolutely still in my future plans, but for now, he's going to AC Milan. We've just made our first superstar signing, though. This is a rebuild where I don't plan on making too many superstar signings, but this had to be done. We had an opportunity presented to ourselves where we had a boatload of money after the Frankie de Jong transfer. It still keeps us in range of the 1-to-1 rule in La Liga. We could have cruised with Dani Olmo at the starting attacking midfielder role, 28 or 29, 86 overall, but why not go ahead and get Xavi Simons? He's rumored with the club. He's the next generation. He is a superstar, and he is the third former Leipzig guy at the attacking midfielder role. The Dutch superstar Xavi Simons is signing from Leipzig for 96 mil. And when you consider that's only 16 million pounds difference between De Jong and Simons, that is awesome. This is an insane football team. Lewandowski, 38 years of age, still killing it. Both our midfield, 90, there's 90s all over. Kubasi, Balde, Garcia's up to an 87, dude. Come on. Bench is solid. There are still areas, where I think we could have some help. We could definitely make some things work more for us, but we are heading in the right direction with this Barcelona team. One thing is for certain, though, anything less than 8th place in the Champions League is going to be a disappointment. Get us away from the playoffs. Get us into the round of 16 automatically. If we get knocked out in the playoffs again, we may lose our job. Real Madrid dominating the Ballon d'Or shortlist this year, though. Mbappe, Rodrigo, Vinicius. That is not good for El Clasico bragging rights. I'm not even looking at who wins. I do not give a shit who wins the Ballon d'Or right now. Our slow first halves of the season are actually going to be the death of me. Madrid's on an invincible run right now. We are sitting 4th. This is so similar. In fact, it is identical, basically, to how we started last season. Our history is repeating itself. We are 8th once again with 2 games to go in the Champions League. There is room for growth, though. If we go undefeated in our last 2, we may genuinely finish 1st. Holy hell, or we might finish 24th. 24th Slavia Praha on 8 points. We're on 11. And Arsenal are on 13. This might be the most crazy Champions League I have ever seen. We've got good money and we desperately need to spend it building out the squad depth in certain areas. Right midfield and center midfield are crying out for some support. If something happens to Lamine Yamal, Pablo Javi, Pedri, we are screwed. I'm noticing a common theme in this video. But back in the day, when Barcelona calls, you don't hang up. You don't reject that answer. Francisco Coensao, he would rather be a backup right midfielder at Barcelona than a starter at Bournemouth. And the same applies to Aimar Oroz, the Spanish center midfielder the perfect backup option for us. Like many a Barcelona signing before, he makes the move from a lower club in Osasuna to the top dog. We got the job done in the Champions League. We won our final 2 matches. We finished 3rd here, and we are going to get to skip the playoffs and go automatically to the round of 16. I don't think I actually showed you guys who we versed in the Champions League, but let me run through that now. We beat Fenerbahce, we beat Karabag. In December, we beat Tottenham 2-0. November, we drew with Marseille and Malmo, not a good month there. October, we beat Borussia Dortmund, and September, we beat Salzburg and lost to Bayern Munich. But now we wait and see who we face in the Champions League playoff round. Hopefully not Real Madrid. But here it is, round of 16, we have got PSV. Last year, we absolutely stunk it up in the playoff round. We skipped that this year and moved to the round of 16. PSV away in the Netherlands for the first leg. Get the job done. This team is too good to be losing to Marseille and PSV in back-to-back years. 3-0. That's what we're after. Rafinha and a Lewandowski brace. This is purely just about not getting injuries or suspensions. We should be through to the quarterfinals. Just don't stuff it up, lads. 2-2, that's fine. Xavi with a yellow card, though. Xavi Simons with a yellow card. We're into the quarterfinals. Hopefully he's playing. Oh, and AC Milan have taken out Real Madrid. Our boy Samu Costa doing us a solid. But the Champions League has just gone to another level. There are no easy games remaining, no easy opponents, but we've been drawn Man City in the quarterfinals. Despite our fears, Xavi Simons is here. First leg at home in Barcelona. Man City coming into our backyard, and we beat them. It is the wonder boy, Lamine Yamal, in the 89th minute, giving us a lead to take back to Manchester. We have got the lead, but can we get the job done on a rainy night here in Manchester? The lads are firing. Come on. Scoreless draw, please. Get us to the Final Four. Get us to the semi-finals. We do! Rafinha is going to put the nail in the coffin. A few yellow cards going around, but we have taken down Man City. I am now full of confidence. I can already see the headlines. Samu Costa should not be playing against us, but I feel like EA doesn't ever honor that. Samu Costa, the man that we've got on loan at AC Milan, is probably going to go and score a winner for them. I'm legitimately debating calling him back. Oh my god, and he's 85 rated as well. He's scoring goals. He is 85 rated. Also, I don't know why I keep calling him Samu Costa. That's the defensive midfielder at Mallorca. But that's not realistic for me to call him back, but it's also not realistic for a player off on loan to play against their club. We're screwed either way, but let's just hope that Milan don't start him away at the San Siro. The lads are feeling very content right now. Can we get the done? We do! Did he play? He hasn't done anything. If he did, we've got a 2-1 lead. Yamal and Lewandowski. He did play for them. He did play there. Samu has started for AC Milan. We are 90 minutes away from a Champions League final. Get it done, fellas. Yamal, Lewandowski. Lewandowski still hasn't gone down in overall. He's a freak, bro. He is a freak. Get it done. Get us to a Champions League final. We do. We're going there. No injuries, no suspensions, no goals from Samu. Barcelona in Season 2 of the Realistic Rebuild are heading to a Champions League final where we will be playing the winner of Bayern Munich and Arsenal. Okay, it's going to be a replay of the 2006 Champions League final, Barcelona versus Arsenal. And I'm hoping it's going to be the same result. A look around the grounds. The Cristiano Ronaldo derby results in a Juventus win. Aston Villa win the Conference League. We have had an unbelievable second half of the year, and we have won La Liga. An 11-point deficit has been overcome. We have won La Liga with Barcelona. Oh my god. Bilbao down in 9th is not good. Relegated though are Sporting Gijón, Almeria and Las Palmas. We won the Spanish Supercopa over Real Madrid in El Clasico. And we have done the treble. Copa de España again over Real Madrid, again El Clasico. We've done the treble. If we win the Champions League final tonight, that is the quad. Holy hell, I am fired up. Robert Lewandowski at age 38 has bagged himself 40 goals and 7 assists, pushing for another Ballon d'Or. Rafinha will be in the mix. Lamine Yamal will be in the mix. And what a first season it has been for Xavi Simons. And with Wojciech Szczesny retiring at full time tonight, There is no other way I would like to send out this legend. We've cleared Barcelona's financial woes. We've brought back their dominant name. Now it's time to finish the job. Barcelona versus Arsenal, Champions League final. Yes, good interception. No, as if it's gone back to them there. Saka against Havertz with the shot. Joan Garcia at the near post. Can we get something on the counter-attack here? A few minutes before half-time. Koundé's pushing up. I need a better run from Yamal, to be fair. It's worked out well. I'm just going to go forward with Yamal. He outmuscles Gutierrez. I could have played it early to Lewandowski. This is a physical matchup. It goes to Lewandowski. That's a good tackle, Camavinga. Bloody hell. Tense first half. We head into the shed scoreless. Long shot. What a save, Garcia. Holy hell. Oh, Saka. I've tried to read that. Garcia's the hero again. I thought we might have been able to save it. I mean, you might have just called Koundé forward, and it's worked out brilliantly. Go early here to Lewandowski. Lewandowski! Holy shit. He almost has scored a scorpion kick in the Champions League final. Robert Lewandowski almost has scored a scorpion kick in the Champions League final. Come on, fellas. Rafinha running onto it. I'm going to go back centrally here. That's a great ball. Javi holds it up. Simmons! 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 In the 90th minute! We hold it up. We have the composure. We have dominated the final 25 minutes. And Simmons, our big money summer signing, is going to win, surely, a Champions League title here for Barcelona. Oh my God. I thought I'd stuffed it up. I thought I'd held on to it too long with Pablo Javi, but we nutmegged the defender. Simmons absolutely rockets that one past David Raya, and we're going to win the title there. Just putting Virgil van Dijk on the absolute bitch. Come on, blow that whistle, referee. Blow that whistle. Come on. Oh, what a final. I still wish that it was Lewandowski scoring the scorpion kick, but we have won Barcelona their Champions League title. Lads, I find these realistic rebuilds so much fun. If you guys want me to do them with other clubs, like I did them in the past with the Premier League promoted clubs, if you want me to do them with other big clubs and clubs of this stature, leave a like on the video. Let me know in the comment section down below. I'm so down. Rafinha has been an absolute superstar in this video, and he is going to be the man wearing the captain's armband as we officially crown Barcelona champions of Europe. What a video. Lads, if you enjoyed this video, as I said, leave a like on the video, click here to subscribe, and click here to check out another video.